I'm Jean Wagner, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a simple pair of earrings and to go with them, a handmade pair of ear wires. Please join me. I need to turn these flathead head pins into ball heads, and in order to do that I need to put them in the fire. So let's get started with that. I'm going to depress this lever on my butane torch. I'm going to press in the button, turn it around, and lock it in place. Alright, so we have our flame, and as you can see at the very end of the flame is this blue tip. And the blue tip is the hottest part of our flame, and that's where I'm going to guide my flathead head pins. So, using my cross-hatch tweezers, I'm just going to put them in the flame down at the end and then bring it towards that blue flame. It's going to ball up after just a few moments, and I'm going to drop it in the quenching water. I'm just going to repeat that a couple more times and finish off my 4 head pins. And the last one. There we go. Alright, when we're done with that, I just release the flame. Now that the head pins are in the water, they are cool, and I can go in there and pick them out one by one. Careful not to touch your nozzle or you may burn yourself. This gets up to 2200 degrees, and after a few moments, that's very, very hot. Now I'm going to create my ear wire. I'm going to take one of the head pins that I just made, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a polish with my sanding block. You can go ahead and rub off all the fire scale or leave a little bit on there. It's all according to taste. Okay, so this is pretty good. I'm going to give it a little bit of a work hardening here. Just pull it. Believe it or not, this actually work hardens the metal. Alright, next we're going to create that ear wire. I'm going to take my round nose pliers and put the ball head pin inside of them, right about in the middle, with it dangling down. And I'm going to go ahead and guide it with my fingers around the bottom and up, so it creates a little hook, like so. And then I'm going to take my bail making pliers, and I'm going to place the ear wire in them with the barrel facing, the big barrel facing me, and little hook facing forward. And just going to do the same thing again. I'm going to use my fingers to guide the wire around the barrel till it meets the hook. And pull it off the barrel, and there we have our basic ear wire shape. It's not done, it has some finishing left to do, so let's get to work on that. First, I want to make sure that the bottom of my ear wire is nice and soft or smooth to make sure that it doesn't hurt my ear when it goes in the hole. So I'm just going to place the wire in the cup burr and start spinning it around. The cup burr has little blades inside of it, and it's shaving off the metal little bits at a time. I'm going to check that with my finger, see how smooth it is. It's pretty good, but needs a little bit more finesse. I'm going to take my sanding block and run it around the ear wire a couple times. This usually does the trick. Yep, almost there. And very good. That's great. Now this has gotten it a little bit work hardened because the more you work with metal, the more it gets hard. So I'm gonna give this a little boost with my rawhide mallet. I'm just going to give it a few whacks, a few taps, and that should do the trick. Turn it over. This also helps to make it nice and flat. Careful not to hit the ball because it will flatten that out, and I don't want the ball to be flat. I'm going to check this for springiness. Oh, and that's really good. The last step I want to do is give this a little bit of flair, give a little professional look. And what I'm going to do is take my chain nose pliers, about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom of that ear wire, and just turn it to the side a little bit. And there is my flare. The last step is to stack our beads up onto our last head pin, which I need to give a little bit of a polish. So we're going to use our sanding block again. I don't need to take as much of the fire scale off this time because the beads are going to cover it up. Okay, it looks pretty good to me. So I just take the pink bead and place it over the top of the ear wire. And as you can see, the ball stops it in place very nicely. And then I'm going to grab the white bead and put it on the wire as well. If I can find that hole. There it is. Alright, and then we need to create a loop. I'm going to use my round nose pliers again for this. We just put it about 1 millimeter or 2 above the top of the white wire, white bead, and push the wire down and around the barrel. I'm going to switch hands because I need to use my right hand in just a moment with another tool. I'm going to get them, make sure it's nice and situated properly. And the last step is to take my chain nose pliers and to grab this tail and to start pulling it around the post. Takes a little bit of finesse, but once you get used to it, it's really easy. We'll give it a couple of wraps around that post, and that is all we need to do. And then you notice here there is a little tail left over from that wrap, and I'm going to just snip it off with my flush cut. You see they have the back of them are flat, so when I push that flat back up against the post there, they're gonna have a cut with a flat end. And just give it a little squeeze, and there they are. Make sure you cover it up so it doesn't fly. And then my last step would be just to go back with my chain nose pliers one more time. Make sure that these are straight, and then snug that little tail in just a little bit more. There, we don't want it sticking out and catching on anything. So, and then the very last step we have is to put these together. So, put this to the side here. Grab the chain nose pliers again. These are handy guys. I use them for everything. And I'm going to just twist this open. We're going to twist it forward or back, never out to the side because it ruins the loop and you'll never get the shape back. Then we take and put them through each other and close it back up. Simple. Easy peasy. There we are. There we have our simple earring. And you can make these, a whole pair of them, in less than 10 minutes. When you get good, it'll probably be 5 minutes. So enjoy this video. I hope you have fun making your earrings. Thank you for watching.